Hello Libra, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So Libra, we're just checking out energy this week. I changed the decks up a little bit, as I often do when I kind of get started into something. We're going to use, for you, we're going to start with the El Key deck. I like that. She Who Divines Futura. Oh, I feel like we have the right deck for you, my friend. So we did need to switch it up. Interesting. What is so? And then we're going to the Tarot, the Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 2. And you have the King of, oh, check it out. The King of Swords and the High Priestess. These are your underlying cards right now. You guys are on the money with your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust it. If other people are saying, nah, I don't think so, you're on it. You are on it. You are on the ball, my friends. And what is the wow, the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely on to succeeding. Building something to a point that hopefully you wanted to build it to. All right, so we're going to shuffle these. Why do I have to do that? Like your pre-shuffle, I have to shuffle it again. Well, we are getting started. Libra, I don't know. I think I do need to remind people that this may or may not resonate. Not all of the messages will. As I get started, Libra, we want to know, what is the main topic of discussion for Libra? The main topic of discussion for Libra She Who Nurtures, empathy, gentleness, and insight. Oh, I love it. And you have the amethyst sitting at your third eye. So we're still continuing to talk about your intuition. I feel like, okay, the cards that were out after the underline shuffle, I feel like your insight, now be careful how you deliver it, because I feel like your intuitive insight is important for others right now. Empathy and gentleness. So it's just, I'm really getting this strong feeling that you can see things for others that they can't see right now. They can't see in themselves, or they can't see for themselves. So it is very, very much like total High Priestess energy, you know, what was underneath the tarot deck after the pre-shuffle as well. But it honestly, it feels like it shifted a bit from, you know, at first I said, you know, people may or may not, still might come that way. People may or may not. But I just want to say you have to be careful when you're giving advice, because advice is not always wanted. So if you feel that there's an appropriate opening for advice that people are looking for, or that there's a way that you can give this. Now with the empathy and gentleness, this feels very much like helping somebody see or feel seen. Feel seen, showing empathy and gentleness in this. Oh my God. She Who Listens. Totally. Libra, She Who Listens is at the bottom. Understanding, witness, and compassion. She Who Rises Up, Empower, Uplift, and Elevate. Ooh, now, wow, look at you. I feel like you're moving into a cycle here, Libra, where you're going to have some really strong insight into what I feel like is not, some of it is, yes, your life, but I feel like more strongly it's about the lives around you, like people important in your life. If you're yourself or an actual reader also that's coming in to the channel, I feel like there's a specific message to you that you're going to be going through a period here where you're kind of really meant to connect with those that need some sort of help here, some sort of elevation, to be gentle and empathetic with them, understand, witness, right? Like they need to feel seen, compassion, and then empower, uplift, and elevate. And if you're not another reader that's coming to the channel and you don't, well, you know, maybe you play with your own tarot cards, but you don't necessarily have to do it in a public manner. I feel like you do have a very strong capacity right now to be kind of like a shoulder to cry on, but also it's like you have a type of insight that can be given to someone that makes them feel seen, and it helps to elevate them. It's a really wonderful energy. Let's keep building on it. I'm going to pull one card out that goes specifically with the She Who Nurtures, and then we're going to pull out other cards to make a storyline. All right, She Who Nurtures, empathy, gentleness, and insight. A very strong third eye right now. Might even come up with creative solutions and ideas for people as well. The Five of Pentacles, damn, you're really meant to reach out to those that are on the outskirts. Somebody who's feeling like they're on the outskirts. Somebody who's feeling like they don't know what direction to go in. Somebody who feels like they've kind of lost their path. I feel like you're showing up as like the little gnomes here. You see the little gnomes standing on the branch? They're trying to get this person's attention and say, this way, that's the way to go to come out of the woods where you feel lost. And it could be too, like, because we are approaching like the holidays, and maybe there are some people that might be feeling maybe unstable or disconnected in some way, you know, and they might even actually, like, if you're getting together at a family gathering, they might still be around people, but there might just be something going on in their life and they're just not feeling connected to what's going on around them, or they're feeling like they just don't want to connect with the festivities and whatnot. If this is even yourself, I feel like you're going to get a lot of your own answers through your own insight and intuition. You're going to know how to treat yourself, like what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. So you may make some decisions where I don't think I'm going to go to that family function. I might go to this one, but not that one, because I know it won't do me any good. It won't be my higher good to spend a lot of time with this, that, and the other person. If there's a lot of negativity there, like, this is also being about gentle, insightful, and empathic about your own emotions. But I do really see you here having almost like you're the solid. I feel like you're kind of like the solid in group dynamics, in a dynamic even with a particular individual. Like, there might be someone in your life you can identify and go, yeah, I think Charlie's just feeling a little bit out of sorts lately, or Charlie's gone through a rough spot, or you're really like there for people right now, but also for yourself, like that as well. But I really do see though that you're going to understand. So this could even be something that you've been through as well, like to have a deep understanding and witness something. Someone might be going through an event in their life that is very similar to something that you've gone through, and you understand, you're compassionate about that. You want to help empower and up and elevate them from this. The Moon, geez, very. The Ten of Wands, the Eight of Wands, I love that. And the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Chalices. Under the Moon, you have the Ace of Wands. There's where all your information and inspiration comes from, that moon energy. The Ten of Wands is the Page of Wands. Interesting. The Eight of Wands is the Hermit, and the Knight of Cups is the Eight of Cups. And at the bottom you have the Eight of Swords. This person just feels like trapped in their work, trapped in a lot of obligations, trapped in a lot of projects. Again, if this is yourself, feel seen, be witnessed. I see that also in the cards for you. And I do want to continue to say that you really do have ways of coming up with answers for yourself right now. You're like, even if you're surrounded by a lot of outside information, resources that you could find distracting to kind of help you get answers, the answers are really inside for you right now. But I really do feel though, like the whole point of this is that you understand. So there's going to be someone around you that you connect with, or you understand, you witness this, you see this for them, you've been there, done that. The Moon and the Ace of Wands. even we have a full moon coming up. I can't remember what the cycle of the moon is right now, but I feel like there could be something important for you energetically with the next full moon, like to actually try to get out in it. Even if it's cloudy, it's still there, right? The energy, the light, it's still there. Particularly the energy is still able to come through to you. So there could be some moon bathing that could be really important to you. Also, if you are being particularly, like, even if this is a cycle that you're going through where you're really absorbing other people's energies, I feel like the universe is in some ways kind of trying to get you to assist other energies here that are feeling lack, lost, alone. And then you need to transmute it though. So that's the important part. And I feel like the moon and the Ace of Wands is sort of doing that. Like having some sort of a ritual here to cleanse yourself also. Both of these feel incredibly cleansing, like burning candles, moon bathing, even sitting in water, soaking. Now the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands, or no, it's not the Ace of Wands. You're going from the Ace of Wands to the Page of Wands. It's almost like this energy feels like somebody who's having difficulty communicating a message. Because you have the inspiration, you know what it is, but it's almost like, excuse me, you can't say it. You don't know how to say it. You're not sure how to bring it around. So I don't know if this is like you witnessing that in someone, but like you can feel it. You can understand where they're coming from. They don't need to formulate the words to show you that they're carrying the burden. Oh my God, there's a lot of cleansing here because now you have the 8 of Wands and the Hermit. And the Hermit is in the back. So I really feel like you are going to, okay, so whether you plan it or not, I feel as though you may encounter the odd person, at least one in particular, that is feeling a little bit lost, a little bit weighted down by life and responsibility. You have just like, it's almost like your unique gift is being amplified. Like you already have this gift to be able to be helpful and nurturing, empathetic to others. And it's almost like it's being a little bit amplified. And I feel like the universe is lining you up with someone or some people that are sort of in need. And it is almost like, so even with the 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands, like that they won't say this. Maybe it's not that they wouldn't say this, or they don't want you to be bothered by their problems. But it's just like you have some sort of intuitive capacity. Say you're sitting at like a Christmas dinner with a group of friends, neighbors, colleagues, family, whatever it could be. And you just know, like you see the signs or you read the body language. It's kind of like, I want to say in some ways, a little nudge just to be there for someone, Libra. Is really, I want to say, what this feels like to be there for someone. And you'd be amazed, like even sometimes, you know, like if this is all bottled up inside, this 10 of Wands with the Page of Wands, like they just can't come up with a way to say this or don't know where to feel comfortable to say it. It's like you just understanding and witnessing and being compassionate about this empowers, uplifts, and elevates this person. If you're the person feeling like this energy that I'm describing, again, I think it is about being witness to yourself and knowing what you can and cannot handle. Socially, project-based as well. And again, I'm kind of feeling like, you know, you might say no to some gatherings over the holidays. There might be some events or get-togethers that you kind of, I don't think so. People might not be that, I guess, understanding, maybe. You know how some people are like, well, what do you mean you're not coming? Everyone's coming. I think it's just to like hold your boundaries and really focus on cleansing your energy. That is really strong here. 8 of Wands and the Hermit. It's like after you move a block, because that's what I'm seeing here. Like I'm seeing you coming in and moving blocks. blocks of energy. Like, look at this. Now she's like bringing all of this up. This felt uncomfortable and awkward, doesn't it? It just feels so uncomfortable and awkward with this 10 of Wands and the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is really having difficulty, like, managing whatever this is that's going on. It's not good. But this, like, you elevate the energy. I don't even know, like, you could even just be energetically stick an amethyst in your pocket when you go around to any sort of group setting. And it's like, even just perhaps your energy in that event, in that moment, it moves blocks, like it moves blocks. But then it's important to really cleanse yourself. Give yourself some time for you. Give yourself time to transform, transmute, remove energies that you may have absorbed in terms of removing blocks here. The Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. This is a really intriguing. Wow. I feel like you can remote view something. This guy sitting on the shore here, like his eyes are closed and he's daydreaming. And the person in the images that are kind of coming up here look a lot like this person here. And they're blue, right? Like these little images that are coming up are blue. And this person's in a blue energy. And the blue energies seem to be kind of highlighting disassociation or disconnect. Because the person too that's with the Five of Pentacles is in blue. This card is very much highlighted in blue. And the Ten of Wands is very, very blue. So there's something about disconnect, burden. You can remote view. And even if you're not like literally remote viewing or seeing what somebody is doing in a different location, I'm picking up again, it's that energy of like being at a get together. And, you know, everyone else thinks that Charlie is fine, but you're picking up on something here. There's definitely like somebody, this Eight of Cups too is like an emotional disconnect. Like somebody's pulled away emotionally from something, and it might even be like those are what you're witnessing in something. Somebody's pulled away emotionally from the group, from the setting. If this is your energy, then I feel like for some of you, if that feels like the appropriate thing for you to do, if it's something that you really feel like, I really don't want to go there to that gathering, I know I'm just not going to feel better after it, or then there is kind of, you know, like the whole idea of purifying your energy and trying to keep it pure. If you don't want to be like rude, just tell them, you know what, my throat's a little sore, and send them a little flowers. Like, here, send a box of chocolates, curry over a box of chocolates. She who nurtures, the Five of Pentacles, nurturing the Five of Pentacles. Wow, the Fool. God, it is. It's like showing a new beginning. I really do feel like being actually what I would see Libra has a strong capacity to do, which is kind of weigh out the pros and the cons in something, and then like make things look more balanced than perhaps somebody sees them to be. If something is seeming really unbalanced in someone's life, like they see it that way, this is really being able to, you know what, but it's not trying to paint anything over, because a lot of it is just witnessing. It's just witnessing it and allowing it to be. And maybe as well, like yourself, or if this is somebody else at a gathering or at work, whatever it could be, it doesn't even have to be related to the holidays. But I'm really picking up strong holiday energy in a lot of these readings. And there's a lot of anxiety. That seems to be a lot of different forms of anxiety or, yeah, just uncomfortable energy that's coming through. So I don't know why. I can't say that I've actually really ever picked that up other years doing readings, but I am getting it quite strongly in these readings. I think you're the first sign that I've really kind of vocalized that, but a lot of what's coming through does seem to be something like that. But again, it could just be, you know, standing on the corner talking to a couple of neighbors, and you can kind of sense that something's not quite right with one of them. I want to say too, like this understanding, because like I'm saying, if some of this is actually your energy, and you're kind of feeling this way. You really are, though, in whatever the scenario is, you are highly empathic right now. So I think you also have the capacity to know who or who not to open up to, or to express anything that's going on. Like finding the right people right now, people that would just understand, witness, and be compassionate towards you. I know I've been on these two cards a little bit here, but there's something really key in this, that when you witness and understand someone, you don't try to unjustify how they're feeling, or tell them that they shouldn't look at their scenario this way. It is really about helping them see the balance in their situation by even just like offloading it, or just feeling felt, or feeling. Well, maybe he's gonna rub their shoulder while you're talking to the Libra. Feeling felt, feeling seen. Or maybe you should bring like a little felt thing with you, and everyone can touch the felt. It's really feeling seen is what is the most empowering thing here. Really feeling seen is empowering. I think it's a great idea. I like felt. So the moon and the Ace of Wands. Really feeling felt. The Three of Cups. Oh gosh, it really is. Like, okay, I feel like it is getting together with some people here. And there is inspiration to be found here. And I do feel like you are sort of the inspiring one. The Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands. This one is difficult. Oh my God, that's a lot of cards. See, look, which that wants to come out. The Three of Wands, the Empress, the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. There's a lot here in this energy. And I mean, it feels like that. Like, it feels like a lot that's almost like backed up. Like it needs a bit of Pepto-Bismol, or an Alka-Seltzer. It really is. A backed up energy that typically wouldn't be. So this also feels like someone who you would not typically witness this in. Gosh, Libra, I feel like somebody could be waiting, because here we have the Empress, Venus energy, right? That can be you or Taurus. You're reading, so let's go with it. Somebody could be waiting to talk to you. Somebody could be waiting to talk to you, Libra. And again, though, like this feels like with the Ten of Pentacles, it could have something to do with a large building, a big get-together. It could be a place of work, could be worship, home. But see, there's the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So this actually could be a little more personal, where somebody feels like there's confusion, a sense of maybe something wasn't understood, and trying to create a balance with you. So I sort of feel like, too, with the understanding, witness, and compassion is just to let someone be heard again. So that's interesting. It does feel like specifically towards you. The Eight of Wands and the Hermit. Wow, this could actually be even a lot of information coming your way, and then you need some time to really process it. The Eight of Wands and the Hermit. The Eight of Wands and the Hermit. It really does feel like that, because this is a lot. Wow, the Five of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. Someone you haven't seen in some time. Somebody who's being drawn towards you. It feels sort of like a serendipitous. You kind of end up in the right place at the right time. Yeah, somebody wants to, I feel like somebody may have either feelings here for you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's almost as if there was a misunderstanding about feelings and trying to create something more physically in balance here, like something that is an equal give and take. But I don't know why. So this could be someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. I'm not necessarily getting romantic energy. So honestly, like I feel like there would be a bit of a surprise in this for you. Literally someone who might kind of be off your radar. So I'm sort of seeing, like, let's say it was someone you went to high school with and that was 30 years ago. And then you bumped into them at some like get together with some friends, and this person's been meaning to tell you something for a long time. I mean, it might not be 30 years, but that's my way of describing, like, kind of off the radar. Like, so it's not like feeling like, oh, this is an ex. It doesn't really feel like that. It doesn't feel like an ex, someone that, you broke up with years ago and they've been trying to say something to you. This has more the feeling of something that's been off your radar for some time, but you haven't been off this person's radar in terms of their weighted thoughts and feelings. The Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, and the Chariot. It's really curious. I've never seen this card become so animated before, this Hierophant. He's almost become animated. Okay. Like, I don't know who, suddenly, like, it feels more like an individual that's like meaning to reach out and talk to you. But this Hierophant is feeling like this Queen of Wands is trying to get this Hierophant's attention because his hand is directed to the Queen of Wands. See that? I hope it's coming in. So it's almost, and the Queen of Wands is really dynamic, could be a little bit showy, theatrical, very attractive, has a lot of people's attention here. A lot of people are, it's not hard for the Queen of Wands to garner any attention. But this Hierophant energy is like, not interested. Like, so I honestly feel like this is a scenario where this person, a lot of other people could be trying to connect with them. But it's like, I want to say they would make a concerted effort to speak to you. And I'm just feeling like, because you're showing up with this Empress energy here, this Venus, and I want to associate that with, like, Venus is love. And then the Queen of Cups is here in the Chariot. Like, this person wants to move forward with a conversation with you. And it does feel like it's a scenario where, I do feel like this person's off your radar. So there's that Eight of Cups, like, disconnected here. But this person, for some reason, just has not stopped thinking about you. It could just be, there's a slight possibility that it might be something romantic for some of you. But it almost like it's coming in more like, I don't know, like an uncle or an aunt or a cousin or like a friend from a long time ago. But somehow I feel like there was like a misunderstanding about this person's feelings for you. And I'm not sure how or why. Because we have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Cups as part of, what this misunderstanding is, something that's been difficult to communicate. It seems to me, because I think this person tends to have people gravitate towards them for some reason. I don't know why. They are showing up like a Hierophant. This person could be Taurus energy, but they are showing up as a Hierophant, and they're holding back other things, like other things that could be a little more pushy, fiery, sought after, just because it's like the shiny jewel in the basin of rocks, like, why aren't you looking at me? Why aren't you paying attention to me? So I don't know if in some sort of past experience with this person that there was competition for their attention. And you just figure, well, that person's not, or they don't want to be friends, or that cousin doesn't want to do things with me. They want to do with the other cousin. So, it's weird kind of feeling like that. But no, so there's really something here about wanting you to understand and move forward with this. Somebody wants to clear the air. There we go. Somebody wants to clear the air. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, see, right? Like not feeling tied down, held back by like all these distractions that they have. Okay. She who listens, understanding, witness, and compassion. It took me a long time to get to that, right? Like someone who wants to clear the air with you. The Ace of Pentacles. Funny. This is almost like somebody saying, I understand how difficult it is to get that raise. I understand the responsibility that comes with it. I understand that when you have a shiny new car like that, yeah, it does get a lot of attention and that's difficult. Understanding, witness, and compassion towards the Ace of Pentacles. It's like a win. Maybe somebody's trying to achieve something, or maybe somebody has. There's got to be something else behind that because it seems really odd, unless it is coming up like sarcastically, but I don't, that's a very odd occurrence to have, or rare occurrence in a reading. Can you tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles? Why? Understanding. The Eight of Swords. Wow, the Nine of Swords, the Lovers. This person definitely wants to talk to you. Three of Swords in the World. Okay, because this is hard. This is, yeah, okay. So some sort of a new beginning after a very difficult period. That makes a lot more sense. Because there's like feelings of mental anxiety, heartache. And I mean, over lovers. So it could be like, it could be lovers, could be partners, like even just like siblings, if there's been any like family rifts. Eight of Swords, feeling like you can't go again. She who rises up. The Eight of Cups. Well, that's here. Maybe you've been through some shit. Haven't we all, though? It's such a funny thing to say, right, in a tarot. Maybe you've been through some shit. I mean, unless you're 5 years old, probably not. And it's still, you're going to say, yeah, I've been through some shit, man. I had to leave the playground early today, and it sucked. Like, yeah, being through shit. At that age, that is being through some shit. So, yeah, you've probably all been through some shit. Because this does kind of feel like, because you're the one that I feel like the Eight of Cups, like this isn't on your radar. You're not, like you've written it off. Like, I don't know how else to describe that. But show, empower, uplift, and elevate. But it feels like now that this would be the information that comes towards you. So, no, I like to smell that candle. I'm burning the candle. It's a little too sweet. The Four of Swords, rest and healing. So, somebody wants to clear the air with you, Libra. Yeah, my candle is a little stinky. It's my last fuck candle. I haven't burned it yet. This is what, and I just thought, you know, I don't know when I'll give my last fuck, so I'm just gonna burn it and see what it smells like. But yeah, it's a little stinky. So I'm gonna go, I guess, yeah, giving you last fuck because it says, oh, look, it's on fire. So I guess you're burning up your shit. And maybe it makes things stinky. It smells sweet. I'm gonna go do your extended, Libra. In the extended, I'm leaving it completely open to the universe, see what they want to talk to you about. So I don't know, just gonna see what happens over there. Thank you so much, Libra. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.